Hey guys, just for warning you, I do ramble on this video, so if you're just here for the deck list, there's a YGO deck list in the description. Besides that, let's get to the video. So I go to regionals about a week ago now. I've been kind of lazy on recording this, and I played Goblin Biker, Radiant Typhoon, Fiendsmith as I just thought this deck was pretty good. I thought it was pretty cool. The way I kind of review regionals is I want to take a deck I think is both good and interesting. So I tend to take a little bit off meta stuff. And I thought this deck was really good. It performed okay. We went 5-3, not like the best result, but honestly not terrible. I've done. I think we've all done worse than that. So yeah, no hate here. 5-3 was an okay record for this deck. I definitely think I could have done better. My matchup spread was I beat every meta deck I played, which was all 4 out of 5 of the top of my matchups were meta. I think I 2-0'd most of them. But I lost to the decks I knew I lost to. So I knew Memento, Fire King, and Chimera specifically were really hard matchups because they had multiple board wipes at their disposal, and this deck is really bad into them. But they also mostly played off the graveyard, which deck doesn't have a good way to interrupt outside of its actual just normal negations. So I knew those matchups were going to be hard just in general because I don't have a rank 3 I can make that really checks them by itself, except for a Shuriken. And if I put 3 level 3s on board, they're always going to board wipe me. So it is a bit of an issue. So I know those matchups are bad. I faced 2 of them, and then I also faced the mirror match, which I lost to. The guy was playing a full gas engine deck, a full gas variant, and I was not. And I lost the die roll. And then game 2, when I went first, I opened normal summon Lacrima past turn and got dog walked. So I actually really hated Lacrima, so I played it. So yeah, it's just ugh, why bother? But yeah, let's go into our actual first engine here. So the first most important engine in this deck is our Radiant Typhoon cards. So for what we play right now, I don't play a super big engine. I mostly play them as a more just rank 3 focus package. But we play 3 Eldon, 3 Swen, 1 Magala, and then 3 Chant, 1 Vision, 1 MST. So the idea with this is that it's just a really easy engine that gets you a lot of free bodies. If you're going first, this is a 1 card 8 interruptions, I believe, which I can show later. So I thought it was you had to play these because it's oh my god, this is so free. I thought this was an insane engine. I think that my only real complaint is that I didn't play Vision, 3 Vision. I think this was huge because that meant there was games I went second where I had 2 of these in hand, and if they negated the first one, I never had access to MST, so I couldn't summon the rest of them, and that was an issue. So I think 3 of this would have been really good. I also bricked on the quick play spell for the Goblin a lot, and I think having that would have been a huge benefit to me. But yeah, so that's the engine. For who doesn't know, basically these guys all just search each other. So you just get to get 3 bodies for free, and then on the end one you search this, and they special summon if your opponent has no spell or traps. So the idea is they're just a 1-card engine. I'll go over the combo and how it works, but yeah, 8 interruptions. Basically there were so many games I went first, my opponents just scooped on off the rip when I started comboing. I activated Sanct and summoned a Radiant Typhoon against someone, and they just stripped immediately. So yeah, it's pretty neat. From there, our Goblin package. So I'm very upset. I ordered this core 2 weeks before the regional, which was a week ago, and I still don't have it. So I'm borrowing my friends. Some of these are mine, but yeah, this is mostly all just my friend's core here. Pretty simple engine. I actually think looking back at it, I probably should have played 3 Doug. I think Doug's insane. Definitely should have been a 3 of on Doug Charger. And I think that was one of the issues I had as well. I ran out of Goblin Bikers sometimes, and that was problematic because I was oh wow, I just can't continue playing with my engine because I burned all the names right away. So I think you should play. I think it should be 3 of those. The guy I actually played, who I played against, that actually fixed it really well. Is he played Boy, and he's playing Cherubini to dump it, so he could use Mutiny in the Sky. I thought that was really cool. I didn't fully like his whole extra deck, but I thought that idea at least was really neat. It wasn't my style, but I liked the way he built it. I thought it was cool. I thought it made sense. I guess we should go over what else we play. So what these do. Because everyone might not know the Goblin Bikers, but basically, I guess we'll go through the combo. But the idea with these is that if you're able to open your Radiant Typhoon, it gets you to all of these cards, and these cards all again just access each other. So you have this really big long string of cards just touching each other. So you see that bunch of free resources. And then after that, we played Fiendsmith. Don't play these cards; they are cheats. These cards suck. These are the worst cards in the deck. Every game I lost, it's because I opened these. I'm not even slightly kidding. I think there might have been 1 or 2 where I just passed because my hand was just no, I lost because my hand was bad. But most of the game, I think I remember distinctly 4 games I lost were because I had these in my hand, and if had they been any other card in my deck, I would have won that game. So I would cut these. They don't really matter that much. They do kind of contribute to one of the end boards where you end Desiree Wave King, but you don't need to do that. Well, like what I realized is like by the time I get to that point, I'm already winning the game anyways. Especially game one. If I go game one and I set up like all my interruptions and then I like leave a Desiree, I'm like winning no matter what. So it doesn't even matter. So I would definitely like recommend not playing these two. But yeah, these cards are sick. These three are sick. These cards suck. It like pure Fiendsmith, it would have made more sense, but I was playing more of a combo centric list. And yeah, so that's our main engine. Like I said, we were playing Radiant, Typhoon, Goblin Biker, Fiendsmith. I played a mirror match, which is crazy, and I lost to Memento. I lost to a Memento, mirror match, and a Fire King. And like honestly, the people I lost to, the hands they had to win were crazy. I know one of my friends I lost to playing Fire King told me like verbatim, he's like, I think I drew the best hands against you all that I drew all day. And I was like, yeah, those are. I was like, holy, like how bad I got smoked. I think I got 2-0'd within 5 minutes. It was insane. But I did it to some people too, so you know it'd be like that. Now we're going to our non-engine. I think this is like, I don't think I would change a card in this non-engine. Everything felt perfect. I don't even want any more than this. We played 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Drell, 3 Fualas, 3 Droplet, 1 Talents, and 1 Called by the Grave. Literally nothing I would change in here. I think these were perfect. I think going forward, if I was to play this deck, I literally think the only thing I'm doing is I'm cutting these. Like these cards suck. They're going in the bin. And we're just playing 40 with this. Maybe we add Visions. You don't have to main deck Talents. I thought about looking at the Thrust package, but yeah. Just some ideas to go with. I think this deck is really solid. If you just played this 40-card engine, I think you would beat most decks. I think the matchup spread is really good. You have a really favorable matchup into K9, obviously into the Ryzeal decks, all that stuff. And then Mitsu Yummy is like, Yummy sucks, or Mitsu sucks into Wave King. Yummy sucks into Goblin Biker. So that deck is free. Draco Tail is like pretty easy. You really can overwhelm them. Their interruptions aren't the best versus you. You have a lot of cards that also like match up well into that deck, specifically like being able to like MST like your own cards to dodge is really important. Having the droplets in the main is really nice, and then like I don't play any bad hand traps into them, which I always feel is beneficial. Anyone who says Droll is better than them is a bozo. I think that card's crazy. For the side, Triple Nib, 2 Bell, Mag, Druce, Triple Evenly, Double Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, and then our going first cards, which are the 2 Radiant Typhoon, the Radiant Typhoon Corsia, and the Mandate. I don't think I would change too much but my side. It was really annoying that I played these. These were originally going to be pros. I played these. I was like, okay, these cards are really strong versus Mitsu when I was testing. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, these will be great. And then I was like, okay, what, like they suck really bad if I play like Memento, Fire King, like Mermail and stuff like that, the other decks. But I was like, okay, I probably won't see very many of those. And then I faced 2 of them right at back. I placed like my 3 losses were decks where like had my Bestials been crows, I actually would have had like a real side card against them. But yeah, so like the damage here, I guess we'll talk about these. I feel like this is all pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the damage here is we play Breakers when we go second. If the deck is bad, if the deck is like good against Breakers and the hand traps are better, these are all really strong cards into them. And then when we go first, we put in these, and usually we just swap a hand trap of some kind in. These don't feel bad just in general because they're level 6 extenders, and this deck does play Crazy Beast XYZ with. Gimmick with these is when you're doing your combo, you end with Corsia in hand. You use one of your quick plays as your last card to like search like MST or something. This triggers. This will either give you follow up plus MST, or it'll grab MST plus mandate, or like mandate plus MST as well. If you already like open this, whatever. So the idea was that you play these because this gives you a way to beat Dark Ruler. I beat Dark Ruler with it, I think twice. But I Dark Rulered. Someone Dark Rulered me. I chained this, and then they chained the Droplet and they chained the Droplet, sending the Dark Ruler, and I lost my whole board anyways. So. Real unfortunate. That was my tournament, I feel like. And then yeah, these aren't anything crazy. I think these are all like good hand traps. I don't really hate any of this. These could maybe be pros, but these cards are also like super data clutch. I think these cards are broken still. Specifically into Mitsu Yummy, like Drewstorm into Mitsu Yummy is like legitimately a threat. You go battle phase, they book it, and you're able to like flip it back up, link, and it's like dealing with stuff right away. It's pretty solid. Same with Magnamut too. Or at least like worst case scenario, force an interruption of some kind on it. For the extra deck now that I've rambled forever, 1 Goblin Biker Big Bongo, 1 Totem Bird, 1 Ashura King, 1 Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, and that is really it for our like legitimate ranked 3s. We also play Goblin Crazy Beast. This card is really good. It's basically like there's a lot of ways you can use this, but my main goal with this was I would use it to like eat like a spell card to help clear my board for my Radiant Typhoons to summon when I was playing Goblin. And then alternatively, when you're also doing that, you have the option to use it to detach the Gone Wild to then trigger it to like attach one of their cards and stuff. It's really nice. This card's really strong. It's a lot of resources. Comes back, so you always have an XYZ on board. Gives you always do something attached with your bikers. And then we have our Zeus for that. And well, these aren't our only XYZs. These are the main ones. Spell and Trap Negate, Insane, General Monster Negate, Protect You. Big Monster Negate, this card's broken. There's a lot of times where I'm playing and I'll summon this early on in the combo because I don't mind detaching off this, unlike Bamboozling. Because this can still negate even if you detach off of it. Bamboozling has to detach too, but there are times where just making this is better. And it's a wind, so when we're locked with like our Radiant Typhoons on our extra summon, we can summon this, whereas like a Sure as an Earth we won't be able to. Also, for other generics, we're playing Mask and Little Knight. And the rest is basically just our Fiendsmith engine. So the reason like Fiendsmith works these days in this deck is Mellow Melody the Brass Djinn. This is just a rank 3 generic light fiend. It has some like neat stuff to it. It's technically a rank 3 2800 beater because you can attack twice. And you can in theory like attach Requiem to it and boost it up higher, etc. So it's kind of neat in that regard. Gives you like a possible 4K beater, and because it's a rank 3 you can shuffle back, and it's one that you can detach. It doesn't have a real effect a lot of the time, and it also detaches. There's a lot of situations where you'll use this guy just to detach, you'll make him and then detach off him for all your Goblin Bikers. And then after that, pretty like standard stuff here, just our Fiendsmith cards. So Requiem, Sequence, Agnum Day. I don't think you have to play this. I'm probably cutting it for another Gabandra going forward. Desiree, Necroquip, and the Wave High King Caesar. So yeah, I actually don't really think I changed much. I feel like everything came up here, and it was a really strong deck. I didn't really make Zeus as much as I thought I would, but I didn't play the cards to make Zeus. And most of the time, if I was able to like establish an XYZ, I was probably just winning the game anyways. After that, let's go into, I guess like I'll just show you guys the basic combo. So I'll show you like the 1-card Radiant combo and why I thought this deck was like super sicko mode for the tournament. So we'll start it. So we go Special Summon Radiant Typhoon Eldem. Eldem effect searches for Swen. Swen effect searches for Chant. And then from there we can overlay. We are going to make our Gabandra here. Gabandra effect to search. And the reason I want to play another one is because like there was definitely a lot of times where I felt like had I had a second one there, and like I got stopped here a couple times. And usually I had extension, but I felt like I needed a second one in case like you got stopped here and you didn't have like good follow-up plays. Gabandra is then going to search out our Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. I'm just gonna pull this off here because it's all more relevant. So it's gonna search for our Gone Wild. We're gonna normal summon Gone Wild, effect to special from deck. We're going to get our Dud Charger here. From there, Dud Charger is gonna grab us our Grand Entrance. And then at this point, you can kind of do a couple things. I personally like activating the Chant here, going into, where is it, Magala, and then extending from there. If you're like worried about getting stopped, you don't need to grab Grand Entrance here. The like board will still be the same either way. You just get one extra XYZ off of it if you do it that way. So you can really do either or. But yeah, so from here, you'll have one of these in the hand. I should say it doesn't really matter. One plays around Nib. If you're not worried about Nib, like, or if you like started like a rank 3 before, like early or extra, then you can just play around it. But yeah, if you have like an 88 for it, then that's fine. That's I guess what I'm saying. So the combo here, once you're at this point, is you grab one of these. Doesn't matter yet, and then we're gonna special summon our Magala. We're gonna overlay. We're gonna use Chant to search Magala here. You can do it different ways, but that's just the normal way, I guess. Put it. We are going to make our Mellow Melody. And we're going to go Link 1. Now, in theory, I guess you could detach from this and like get pluses off it, but like Gabandra will have more than enough detaches. We're going to make our Requiem. We're going to go Requiem effect to special summon. From the deck, our Fiendsmith Engraver. Technically, I was using Lacrima here, so I guess we'll show that. But I would not going forward, as I said. Oh, there it is. So we go Lacrima. Lacrima effect to dump our Engraver at this point. So now we just really don't have to care about Nib, but we were nibbable before this point most of the time. That's why like having the breakout here is really nice. So let's go back to the combo anyways. So we're able to go for Lacrima to dump Engraver. We equip the Requiem here. We're able to Link 1. Are we able to? Yes, it is kind of a Link 1, but we're able to go for Necroquip Banshee. And then we are able to here overlay for the Wave King. So what's nice here is a lot of people might not want to waste the new before the engraver comes down, but Gone Wild is in fact a fiend, so we're able to make the wave gene here. If you have any discard effects, obviously activate them, etc., but that's Rito. And then now at this point, we're able to do a Grand Entrance. You can use your engraver here to summon back to like keep extending from there, but it's whatever. We do a Grand Entrance here. Grand Entrance will get our Clatter Splitter. And then special summon it with its effect, Clatter Splitter effect to revive one of our Goblin cards. It is going to be the Dud Charger here. We're then able to overlay for a rank 3 of some kind if you want to. The other extension point you can make here is to bring back the Wave King, or sorry, bring back the Engraver. You should put Mellow Melody back into the deck for this. And then we'll link these away to make the sequence. Sequence effect will activate, putting back Lacrima, Requiem, and Engraver. Summon out the Desiree. In theory, you can make the Little Knight here, but you can also just do this. You know, Grand Entrance, put Doug back to hand. Special Doug detaching from Drabunga. Then you overlay. Generally, I think like the normal overlay here is just Gossip Shadow. You can also just XYZ for Masked here. Either one's fine. So you're able to, like, if you don't block your zones, or if you just like attach the sequence here, you're able to just go for like Mask. Really just depends on what you want to do. The monster gets fine too, obviously. So like you get this for 1 card. For anyone's curious for like how it's this many, how I claim it's in interruptions. On end phase, Gabondra's gonna attach here. And then on the opponent's turn, we have Clatter Splitter to detach Gone Wild. That is going to eat 2 cards at once. So that's 2 cards gone. We have a third negate off of this. Clatter Splitter also summons giving us follow-up. I feel like I should play the rank, like the Armored XYZ stuff. I just don't have space for it right now. That's just going to grab us like our quick play spell for the follow-up. Like we'll just have grand Breakout for next turn, kind of whenever. And then we have the line where we can Mask here with the Desiree. And that's going to give us a Little Knight. So obviously, like, we'll use Desiree to negate first, right? Like, obviously, we'll go Desiree effect first. Normally, I was actually making Agnum Day. Like I said, I would have cut it, but I was doing this, I should say. So I would have had, like, this on the board. So this would normally have been how, like, my board state was. I guess I should do it correctly. So we have, generally, I'd consider this once. We'd have 1 from here. We get the Desiree hits Grave. We get 2 off that with the Mask if we masked away for it. So we have 2 from Drabunga. We have 2 from Desiree. We get 1 from Little Knight, 2 from Little Knight, and then we get 2 more from Wave King. We actually do get legitimately 8 interrupts with this deck. I mean, like, that's just like such a crazy end board to deal with. And like I said, we did it for 1 card. You can always do more depending on the rest of your hand. We can do more if we have more cards in our hand as well. So I really think this deck is solid. I enjoy it a lot. I have a lot of fun playing it too. It's just like, oh wow, you just do so much for free. There's a lot of other cool like aspects to it too, like how MST is actually like a pretty solid card a lot of the time. Like if you can have it on like a whim, it's really good. If you don't have to have it, it's still pretty okay. I've had like quite a few games where I like went like normal summon Sven effect to search, and I grabbed the MST and I'm like, oh shit, and then I MST'd them and like played the rest of my hand out because I had like an Eldum. So yeah, there's just a lot of cool interactions with this deck. It's a lot of fun to play. I definitely recommend if you want to try like a fun combo deck this format. It feels a little oppressive, but it's mostly fair compared to other stuff. The end board's a little strong, but yeah, definitely no hate here from me. I really enjoyed playing it. I think if I was a little better, I might have won the Goblin Mirror match. I wasn't like super skilled at it. I definitely like shout out to my opponent. He was a lot better than I was at it. So yeah, he just beat me. He beat me. He was a better Goblin player than I was. I had just picked up like the Goblin cards for the first time again since like I think Gone Wild had come out. I played it like 1 time before that, so it was really just like a fun learning experience for me, and it was really fun to play the deck. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.